Good evening. Good evening, my fellow brothers, sisters, my cultivators. That's what I should be calling y'all. Yo. My cultivators. What's going on with y'all? No, I don't want to say that. Sorry. That. My cultivators. What's going on? Cultivators. I could have did this. I was already thinking about doing it, but I could have did this Monday, but I just got home and still I was still pretty pissed and and it's like just feeling the reek of the stenches of what I had to go through, Super Bowl weekend and then Valentine's Day. Fucking gosh, glad that's over, but I'm just letting it. Still, and it's just like still, I just got back from that weekend. That's because still weekends are hell a little hellishly busy. So for me, I don't know about y'all, but for me, yeah, it is all the time. So I have basically, I have a little time to enjoy myself. So I just wanted to kick back and enjoy myself. And it's very soon too. Y'all don't have to see that that pause and stop button at the bottom. Yeah, I'm getting pretty annoyed at that too. So that's coming soon too. No worries about that. If y'all cared about that anyways. But I'm just saying, that's coming soon too. Y'all had to see that, in y'all screen. Like, what is that? What the fuck is that in the bottom of the video? But yeah, I just wanted to kick back, relax, enjoy myself for a little bit. I haven't been, especially been doing it. Been playing a little bit of childhood classics. Whether it's whether it's TV or my the video games. Yeah, the games I grew up with. Like Rainbow Six. I just got started in the Alan Wake. I can't believe I never played it before, but that's just y'all. If y'all haven't played it already, y'all should be like, "What the fuck y'all doing?" Y'all should be already on that. But yeah, that game is so fucking good, man. I like they got me addicted to a song too. But I never can't believe I haven't played that before. That's just so fucking good. But yeah, I just been relaxing, chilling, kicking back, you know, yeah, just reminiscing about what used to be, what how it wasn't, you didn't have to really wait and basically pray for a rarity if and actually you was gonna actually like if a game was gonna come out. And obviously, I mean, this is gonna be a bit long, but I'm just going over a few futures. We're gonna talk about what 2K has showed us. What they I feel like they should be showing us much more. As far as like the yeah overview of the much more of the roster. Like what like it should have been more surprises too. I feel like it's pretty much still what you already see. As a thumbnail and title. And which is I don't I've already suspected the worst. Already I do that about a lot these days. Especially when it comes to wrestling games, because that's what I'm supposed to be talking about. I'm supposed to be talking about 2K22 2022. But yeah, I just love reminiscing about the past and what used to, well, what was just, the rest. It is a bit of a shame because everything is about. It's just it feels like too when it comes to a real naughty gameplay like gameplay games like the wrestling. What's really it doesn't isn't that much to do, but it's just like when it comes to these type of games, it's always these companies always want to focus to try. It's almost like it's a tactic to get you away. They just want you to focus on the basic features, so you won't really look at like what happened with Cyberpunk. That was going to be the most hypest game. That was like the clear. That was like the biggest hype I've ever seen, and the way it just came crashing down completely. Damn. But yeah, it's just like I said in my last, like I have two videos already too, and they basically it's my my displeasure with 2K2022. And if you don't, I mean, yeah, it's like, and of course these are my views and opinions, of course, and yeah, like I've said many times before, if you don't, y'all, if you don't agree with it, you just find some faults within it. Just that's okay, but it's just like if you're going to be ignorant and just completely immature about it, then of course the door is not that far ahead, right behind you. But yeah, like I said, I want to talk about a few futures going into 2K 2022 of what we already, they told us so far, and it's practically really nothing beside like be honest too. Like I said, I pretty like much at this point been honest about 2K22 to y'all, and which is I don't look forward to it at all. The only reason I'm getting WWE 2K2022, I told y'all before, I haven't. The last time I've got classic wrestling games too. That's all I play. That's just like gaming in general. That's all I play. Games I used to play when I was a child, and I don't play. I don't look forward to. I could care less. You know, games like Street Fighter 6 and or the next Resident Evil, I could care less about that. I don't care because it's the same thing we've been getting for a decade before and the decade before that. And it's just like I couldn't care less. We've been getting the same thing, for years now, and that's the same thing with 2K. They've been shelling out the same title, just with not their roster. They want to put back a few futures in the game that they deem new. Of course, like companies always like to do that. They like to, especially when it comes to these wrestling games. Like they took out match types, uh, arenas, and everything like that. That's been a thing for years. 2K want to take out, especially with 2K, they've been taking out futures and tweaks about when it comes to their games, and they automatically call it new, as if they think like their whole audience or the community is completely idiotic, which most are, but you know, nobody like at least like half people they're gonna look straight through that and just consider it laughable. So we're gonna get into the futures and the rest of what they deem worthy to us. It's a lot I want to talk about. And of course, it's going to be. I'm gonna let y'all know again. We're going to be talking about. It's going to be a full set review. That's going to be long too, because I'm going. I don't know how I'm gonna get the gameplay, so I probably gonna have to be recorded from my phone. Obviously, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but yeah, we're gonna do it. But probably, I'll see if obviously, because I get that set up to, my foundation. Get that set up, and y'all can see it through as I record. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully that works. See how that works, but yeah, if not, then y'all gonna have to see straight from video, classic VCR. But yeah, let's get into this of what we've been shown so far over these number of weeks. Yeah, so I guess we can go over first. We can do going back to this again, my GM, and apparently, of course, we got all the goodies. Like I guess you all used to do. I figured, isn't that what basically what always was? That's practically you know season mode, or they call it universe mode now. Just you don't have any control over it, but that's what it basically is. But I don't care. I've always liked season mode. Shit, they should have because universe is practically season mode, but not like what season mode was. That was much more, of course, that was much more creative, innovative than you had such run-ins that were such memorable. Like when you had going back to 2008, between 2008 and 2007, when you will run into Edge and Randy Orton, Undertaker, things like that. It's like, yeah, like much more. Especially, and you just have features like, remember when you think you're a wrestler? I feel like they could have expanded that much more. If you like, you be doing a movie, and they take you through the sequences of doing that movie and a preference, kind of like how 2K is doing with NBA 2K, but like much more, advanced. But yeah, I just feel like I never really tell you that right now. I never really that much cared for my GM. Couldn't care less. I just cared about replaying of what I grew up through my childhood, the matches and everything like that, and basically season mode, and a little bit of like story mode too. If it's just our own, because that's what we should just have now. It should have just like I always prefer, because you can, like I said, you can always which I'll talk more when it comes to showcase mode, which used to be road road to WrestleMania, or whatever it was, season mode. Yeah, I just preferred more like season mode, just game modes and stuff like that. I couldn't really because it's just practically, if y'all it's practically the same thing as season mode, just what I guess you got basically practically playing G events, and or another GM, which you can oversee like your rivalries, because that's what you can kind of do in universe mode now, of what season mode should have became. You can like create rivalries. You can see what your you can kind of control what your wrestler does, like his whole career. Like I say, you can change the rivalries, see who could like put together, who could tag teams, matches, like all that. You could practice. That's what I say. That's what practically. What season mode was should have came, and that's practically what universe is. But I guess you want to control everything now. That's basically so. But yeah, I guess that's so. I heard that it's not really. It could be kind of a letdown, because you have to go. You have, like, most of what you do. You have to go over with another GM, or who's in control of the whole operation, or like say Triple H or Vince McMahon. And I guess if I will say, like, that sounds kind of corny, like really corny. Then what's the what's the purpose of me really being a GM if I have to really? I know, like, of course, because you gotta still go over to everything's with your boss, but it's just like you're the GM. It's like I mean, only if it's like I would have, like, of course, have a problem if he was just like, if he like provided insight, or they could have that, where they could have like a little detailed inscription, or where he just Triple H or Vince, Stephanie, they provided insight, or what you should do, and if you agree with it, or agree with you, not like fucking take orders, and bow down. Bow down to the king. But yeah, that's yeah, that sounds really corny. But yeah, that's supposed to be what GM mode is. Like I said, I never really cared much for GM mode, other than because it's basically just practically the same as universe mode, or season mode, or what that was. So now was never really psyched for that. So yep, that's what's gonna be. I guess if whoever's is excited for GM mode. Like, we got all these years of that being clamored. How about, like, what? Yeah, I know. Like I said, I know universal mode is practically season mode, but we could have just still, like, it could just be that, but we're just more cinematic pieces inside. Like, we should have clamored for that, and like more like match, like classic match types and stuff like that. Like, people like want a mode that's like basically practically the same as another. It's basically a replica of another mode. Like, could care less. Okay, so when it comes to the controls, buttons, layout, and everything like that, of course, controls. Like, I don't. I could, like, I understand it's probably, there's to have, you have your individuals, you have, like, get your solid group that could care less, or how if it however if it's like changed, how the controls keep getting changed over time, or if it's like you got to keep pressing the pause button to get, to keep like to get an understanding of how to actually understand the pace and the overview of how you actually control your wrestler, out the match. And obviously you have the other side that you know fucking goes ballistic over the fact that that keeps happening. So I for one will say that yeah, like that's if we can just have one definitive controls button layout, because it was constant. I feel like, yeah, I feel like 2K, because I seen that it gets like constantly change. Like, why are we keep changing the button layout? Like, what needs to be changed about the button? It's very simple. Like that. Like, just have light attack, like A, light attack, X, or box, light attack, box, heavy attack, circle, or grapple, circle, or heavy attack X, like block, you can be triangle, and reversal can be R1. Like what's so complicated about that? Humans like makes everything, like, again, of course, because they're brains are minuscule, but it's like why does everything have to be a complete challenge? Uh, you know, a really complicated niche to the brain. Like, why do we always have to have, like, you always want to change the button layout, or the button layout has to be a different set of things, and it has to be so like 2K 2022 probably has, if not the worst. No, I think it's like, I think it's I believe it's Here Comes the Pain, because you have to go back to the, y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, I hate that shit. I have goodness gracious. Thank goodness we had, like, we still in the top, like, at least in that case, and at least in this case, like, speaking on the control layouts, we don't have to like fucking go in like the reading manual just to like how a wrestler plays. I'm also hearing that like that may make a change, like where you fucking have to go in the reading manual or somewhere, or overview of a section, just to like see how you can. Oh, that would be fucking terrible. Just to see how you got to go to a reading manual, or like a overview, to see how to control your wrestler. Like, that's like completely fucking idiotic. They would. I don't think they're gonna do that, but that, I feel like that. But I feel like in the recent years, like as far as like 2K wrestling games go, 2K20 probably has to be the worst, because like they had all this stupid shit going on. Like, you had like box, you had to do like you had to do box and triangle. What is it? Yeah, you had to do like triangle and circle just to fucking complete a finisher. You had to do like and then it's like you had to do two buttons to do a signature and a finisher, and it's like it's just like they had the fucking like how it controls like the completely move set. They had these move sets. They had the move sets assigned to two fucking buttons, and then it's like completely fucking retarded. And they had like you would like a part of the move sets of where you how you would run, and how you would pick up an opponent, and how you would basically Irish whip. And they had that like completely reworked around. It's just like, yeah, the 2K20 probably has to be the dumbest fucking button layout, but it's like it shouldn't be that hard just to keep it, to keep the button layout, or the controls layout as one definitive. Like, I don't understand that. That shouldn't be complicated at all. Like, I mean, then again, it's humans, but it's just like this shit shouldn't be complicated. Like, it should not be this complicated. It's controls. Are you serious? Just have one definitive. That's it. You don't need to keep changing the buttons. Like, like that shit. How you know why I'm talking about this? Like, what the fuck? Like, it should not be this fucking, like, it should not be this fucking hard. Like, I could care less, because I've been going this for years. Like, just going to the screen and keep learning. Go to the pause screen, and like see how you crowd, like how you're able to operate, and be able to have clear domination over your wrestler, but it's just like I don't understand that part. Just like keep it's very simple. It should be it's fucking easy. Just keep the buttons layout as one layout. That's it. That's all it should be. Like that constantly getting this fuck. They probably gonna change it anyway. Come to the next one. I won't be I won't be playing it anyway. But come the next one, they definitely gonna change it. But it's just like keep the fucking controls as of as one button layout, like the primary. Like you don't have to keep changing the fucking controls every fucking year. You come out with this like it's ridiculous. Like really ridiculous. Okay, so I guess I can, of course, I will appreciate this, and that is the way that has so far has 2K everything as a whole, but the way how 2K is with their graphics, probably those I guess you could say like so as far as their sports games, particularly wrestling, you know uh the WWE games. I do have to show appreciation for that when it comes to their graphics, and making it look as realistically as possible. It does. Like you see it right there. It looks just like Brock Lesnar. Just like Brock Lesnar. So the graphics have been at their absolute the best as they can be. Like I very much appreciate the way they've been able to compute their graphics. They have the best looking graphics right now. So yeah, I'll always, of course, I'll be give props to that, and be able to appreciate, give notice to that. Yeah, they had like the best as far as 2022, as of this age right now. Two K had possibly has the company to have the best graphics possible. Okay, so before we get into the roster, because I for damn sure wanted to talk about. I want to talk about that mostly. That's probably one of the things. Mostly, I want to also talk about when I was when making talking about this. But yeah, the showcase mode. Like I pretty much said before, I have no idea why. Of course, it's like some people still like it, but when it comes to if you want to call it Road to WrestleMania, or basically what season mode, or showcase mode now, because 2K has the rights. Like I said, I've consider, like I said it before, and I'll continue to say again, like we because this year's showcase is about Rey Mysterio and his career, and it's like, oh my gosh. I said no disrespect. Of course, obviously, it's no absolutely no disrespect towards Rey Mysterio. Like of course, he needs to have his of course his career, to the wrestling community duly noted. You know, like all this, he deserves the praise to go if you want to play throughout his career. But it's like I had just the issue I have with showcase mode. Like, you can do that. And that's with the matches. Like you can go to each promo package, to each segment, to individual sequence, to replay every single. They have that. Like you could just go. I said you can just replay the moments over again and just play it in a match. Like for in this instance, like yeah, Kane against Rey Mysterio, or Undertaker against Shawn Michaels, Triple H against The Rock. Like you can all do all that. Like that's what I do. Like, I just go to the Peacock now. Fucking horrible. Peacock. Go to Peacock. Go to the WWE section. If I want to play Steve Austin in The Rock, replay WrestleMania 27, WrestleMania 17 iconic moment. I go to the segments that they had, replay that, the promo package, and I go into the match. Like it's not that hard. Like I have no idea why we still like the only thing I should be focusing on is the fact that tweaking and making more adjustments to your my career mode. That's what we really should be getting into, because that's what universe mode is for. And like I said, what I just said, where you can replay every match, every moment y'all have ever witnessed that can be in the wrestling games, and it's on Peacock. which you can they both can you can do it both at the same time. You can watch, replay the segments, the moments, and go back. Like I said this already. What do we need a showcase mode for? Like I couldn't like I said, I couldn't care less about going through somebody else's. I can do that. I can do the wrestling game provides that, and you can go to WWE's library. It's that fucking simple. Like it's just another excuse just to not allow them to just of other futures and other components that they can be working on. And it's just like it's completely lazy. Like I said, like we've overgrown this showcase mode, this so-called story mode. To whether it's a wrestler or replaying through whichever era that we've already seen and taken into account too. So it's just like we don't need the showcase mode. It's over with. It could probably still be, like I said, still be there for some people, but it's just like it shouldn't be that focused on because you can replay it and play now. You can, yeah, like I said, you can go, whatever match you can go back to it. Like there's other things that I really want to see back too. Like you could have had, they could have had, exposed to us. You could have had Inferno match, Buried Alive match. Where's those? Like where's if you really want to get down to it, man? Like where's if you they really wanted to put hype on this game? Like they could have really brought some shit back that could have got a lot of hype. But it's just like I said, it's the same shit over and over again. It's typical 2K, and it's just like this is why we're at the situation, the road that we're currently stopped at now is because they refuse, just like most gaming in general, they refuse to look at the obvious. Like I said, and that's give the community what they want, and I'll go not in an ignorant way, obviously, in in a title sense of way. No, it's like keep the things that had created a community in the first place, which has the series that has the class that has his name in the first place. Want to know why? Here comes the pain, and the SmackDown series, SmackDown versus Raws, and you had Warzone games, the WCW games, everything like. Want to know why they were so fucking popular? It's because they had, as far as they had things about them, especially the times too. They had things about them that made you didn't want to stop playing the game. It just made it was just so fluent, and it had things that you would never been able to see before, and you enjoyed so much about the game. It didn't become a chore. It didn't become a distant, boring memory. It didn't become shit that you didn't want or care about. No, it's just a simple premise. It's like you can have your favorite wrestlers up against each other, and whichever match types, everything like that, and it's like you can replay that over and over again. And it's just like it's the same song and dance with 2K, just like on everything else they do. But yeah, like obviously this year's Rey Mysterio now they got showcase mode. Like I said, I like the GM mode and everything else about it. I could give a fuck. Like I said, no, obviously no disrespect, of course, because it's Rey Mysterio, and he obviously deserves to get his light shined, especially for this like every generation that absolutely knows who Rey Mysterio is. But it's just like 2K. It's probably the mostly people get now. Like really, nobody really gives a fuck about going into showcase mode. Or really, you should be really putting the focus on that when it's all coming all down to it. Like I said, you have a play now for that or universe mode. You have that. You have those that like decisions for it. Like this should already be pretty simple. Like we don't need another mode or putting that much focus. Like we don't need a constant, reminder of of which whoever's career and everything like that, or replay. We can replay that ourselves. You can just go into play now, and Peacock wrestling library, go to it. It's right there. You can replay it. It's not like you can't. Okay, so the last thing I want to be talking about also the roster, the official roster. And it looks like they already have the official roster online on the website too. But these ratings too. Well, I want to talk about too. Of course, what my main issue with the roster, it's like these, like Stone Cold. It's like obviously of course, when it goes back to the legends, or you have current wrestlers and everything like that. You know, yeah, of course, whether Stone Cold has his classic Austin 316 skin, and then you have in 2000 where he close to 2000 where he went a different route, like full on heel Austin, and then the Asian Austin in 2003, Texas rattlesnake bionic had rattlesnake. It's like these things should already when it comes to the skins like of every wrestler that's like on this roster, or that's every wrestler that's been known. Like these skins, they should already have it, in the creation suite too. If it's not gonna be also too, like this, honestly, they should have that. That way we can actually, and if people want to change something about that, about certain wrestlers' appearance and everything like that, yeah, let them have that. But it's just like these skins, like stuff like that, like skins like the Undertaker, like his skins should already be in the game. But it's just like that's another tactic of a way to get money. That's why which is why I wasn't, of course, psyched at all when they got to NWO and under three skins of the Undertaker. Like this is like how many skins we've been getting of the Undertaker for DLC for fucking years now in 2K's wrestling games. Like it's just completely fucking incompetent. Like I said, these skins should already be inside the game. Like I shouldn't have to pay like fucking fork out. Even though it's no problem for me, but it's like I shouldn't have to fucking pay money just to what should be already be in the game. But it's just like that's these companies' tactic now. They want to reuse a pat. They want to reuse an already. It's like an already achievement, or a past accessory that's already been inside the game, and they would they know how valuable. Like I said, it's valuable. They know how valuable it is price to the whole community, so they want to leech off that. They want to take advantage of that. And it's like NWO wasn't like Hulk Hogan a part of DLC last year, and he had his whole Hollywood Hogan. It's just like it's practically the same fucking thing, only it's the NWO whole set. Like there should be no reason of why of past of our past skins and tires of everything like that of why they shouldn't already be full circle when the game comes out, or in the creation suite if people want to customize it themselves. But no way, like just like it's like really does not make any sense at all. Like I said, these kinds of things, basic things, already should be basic knowledge. Like they should be already implemented inside the game. But no, it's I said they can't do that. Of course, they got to use it as a tactic. Everything is a tactic to make money. Well, I said that's not a bad, of course, because the society we live in, which forces that. Ultimately everything else, is why the whole world. Which why when it comes to gaming or wrestling in general, why the quality factor has downsided for years because companies now just so focused on greed. I say like it should be no question like Undertaker's all his skins should already be inside the game. I don't understand why. Of course, you gotta pay $100 out of pocket just to get the skin. Just to get a skin that's already been inside the game. past look at like at pen past titles. Like that's fucking ridiculous. Like it makes no sense at all. It's like people really don't take into account of that and really look inside that. That yeah, they just completely playing y'all like every year, and it's like people fall for it every time. But it's humans, but I wouldn't expect less. But it's just like, wow, if people understand why companies continue to stay greedy because y'all continue to give them what they want. So yeah, I don't think I can't like how the fuck is Hulk Hogan how's Hollywood like that shit the ratings too, but it's 2K. It's stupid ass ratings. Like how is Roman Reigns I understand Roman Reigns, but how is he 95 and you have Hulk Hogan 90? Then you like have like Undertaker 92, a 92, and like Roman Reigns is 95. Like, come on now, like this shit is like you gonna have Scott Hall too at 90. And I say he actually just in like I actually consider him. Yeah, he is a 90 or 89. But yeah, like for wrestlers to you have current wrestlers that's over them, like that have a rating higher than them. Like this shit is completely laughable. But yeah, obviously it's like it looks pretty. The roster looks pretty weak. Like I don't want to also be playing with people that who I don't give a fuck about, don't know anything about. That's their problem. That's they brought that on. You know, WWE brought that on themselves too. Because you're gonna have people. Obviously, people gonna be having playing who they know now, but it's just like you're gonna have a full roster of people nobody gives a fuck about. It's probably not gonna use, so it's probably gonna get completely dry. Cause I basically just what you just have the NWO like, but like I said, you just have the NWO and Undertaker for wrestlers like Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins to fill up that huge gap, a hole. Like this could have been the biggest, close to probably 2001's roster. This could have been the biggest wrestling roster of all time. One of the rest, one of one of or the absolute biggest of all time. I mean, if you want to count the skins of legends and wrestlers now, but yeah, it's just like this could have been the biggest wrestler that that a wrestling game has had. The 2K20 this year, but it's just like, damn, what could have been? Of course, Vince his greedy ass stuck up ways. That was gonna happen. So, but yeah, it's like so the roster obviously looks damn near pretty much weak. Like damn, like it's just like damn, yeah. Like why is it 2002? Like I said, that should be a creation suite where like. Why the fuck is it not in the game? Like, why are we like, what? Where's 2002 Brock? Like where's '04 Randy Orton? Like other Triple, I hope Triple H, of course, probably, but I hope Triple H's other skins in the game, just like Shawn Michaels, because I just see 2005 Shawn Michaels. But it's like, yeah, those should already be inside the game. We shouldn't have to go to fucking community. You gotta go now, probably now. Like now, you have to go to community creations just to fucking get the skins that you want to play with. Like it makes no sense at all. Like why this should be a thing. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, man, it makes no fucking sense. But yeah, that's all the roster. And that's just the roster is completely fucking weak. I can't stand on two legs at all. It's gonna fall down every time. So it's like I didn't want to make this also with because I was watching just more a few videos about more gameplay and futures, everything like that about more about 2K 2022. It's just like after watching all that and really thinking about now what 2K 2022 is already going to be like, it's pretty much the same, just a slight upgrade. That's what happened in 2K20. And it's just like damn. It's like damn. Wow. It's like I can't can't believe I actually gave them a bit of credibility too, because which they did. They waited like because they did wait 3 years, but it's just like yeah, you've had 3 years, like 3 years to do something innovative, and they didn't at all. They just slapped. They've just been doing what the fuck they've been. They just hit. Everybody got somebody's by surprise because they're bringing GMO back. It's like everybody is just people. It's just well, he was just completely idiotic. Like people just like I said, not. Even though I say that, I don't want to rain on whoever is really excited about 2K 2022. It's like yeah, y'all can have that, but it's just like it's still y'all wonder why these companies never get at their absolute best, and it's just like they don't care for the next title, or they completely still make underwhelming releases, or they don't really focus on games like how it was 10 years ago, because they don't get criticism. The community never gives them criticism. But they do bitch and complain on social media, but it's just like still they like it. But when a game comes out, they still get it, still play it, still pay money for it. And so it's just like how. So it's like why? Like why would so I would be in the same boat. It's like why would I even as that company too? Like why? Why even try then? If they still gonna buy the product, so it's like how could they even try regardless? Because y'all still they getting paid. So I said that I'm already really just to have my head down. You know, obviously disappointed because it's practically just it's the same thing. It's just a slight upgrade from 2K20. That's all. That's all 2K22 is gonna be. Man, they could have really did something. They could have really did something, but it's just like damn, 3 years and like y'all come up with absolutely nothing. It's just the same game. That's what does everything. All they did probably like added. It's nothing at all. They didn't do nothing to add to the next title in the rest in their series, because this ain't wrestling game. This ain't the wrestling games I grew up with at all. And I'll delve much more deeper into that too, but it's just like damn, I used to look so much forward to wrestling games. And it's like ever since 2K took over too, it's been completely been downhill from there. And I don't know what to expect too, since this is their first game. Well, not really, but I won't say that, but yeah, it's like I said, I don't know what to completely expect, even though I already am. But it's just like, yeah, shit. Probably not gonna even play it regardless. Though probably just Roman Reigns moments, of course, but it's just like, damn, probably not even going to touch it after that. Damn. But yeah, my critique. I mean, gonna overview everything, graphics. Wait, again? Yeah, we're gonna do all that over again too, just like the button layout, and everything, the controls, the graphics, the game modes, you know, everything all about that. We're gonna go into the arenas, like that too. Like, why isn't classic arenas inside the game? Like that should you shouldn't have to go to community. Even though I like that, but you shouldn't have to go to community when it comes to those. You shouldn't have to go to community creations just to fucking get a classic if you want to play at WrestleMania 17 or WrestleMania 14. Judgment Day, like Bad Blood. Like you shouldn't have to like fucking. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to completely find those arenas. Like they should already be in the base game. Day one. Makes no fucking sense. But yeah, also of course when the game comes out, If I don't really know how to set up, because really soon I'm about to get my foundation. Damn, that's all I gotta say. I love my really love my mother. She's a blessing to me. But when completely when I set up my foundation, and everything goes according to plan, yeah, I'll probably be looking at it, 4K, crystal clear, but not. I'm sorry, because cause I don't know how to work that, so I'll be looking at it through my phone. So I'll try to put that in. I'll try to do the best that I can to capture the best quality and the best picture, the best sound if I can do that. So yeah, we'll be going over there anything, and that's gonna be graciously long. That's gonna be a movie, so you might as well grab snacks, anything that y'all can eat, a fucking buffet, and kick back, stroll up, because I'm gonna be talking about a lot going over the game. So yeah, expect that. I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to talk more too last time before going into it, because we got 2 weeks left when 2K22 comes out. And I don't pre-order games no more. I'm waiting to buy it because I don't pre-order games no more. No siree. But yeah, when that comes out, I'll be working on the review. My critique of that, going over everything possible. What I think, my opinions only, and what I think about the game. If y'all agree, like I said, if y'all agree, y'all agree. I don't. Y'all agree. You don't. I mean, that's humans, right? But yeah, guess I'll see y'all when that happens, and I'll probably later have something more for y'all too regarding I also wanted to talk about Cody, what Pat McGee, and he just damn what he just said about Cody and AEW. But yeah, obviously too, I'll probably just be like I am, but I got I want to talk about. They also got videos coming on that too of what I think of why I don't you know thought I was, but why I don't just now just I don't continuously every day review you know AEW and WWE. We know that question, but yeah, videos coming on that too. So yeah, I'll see y'all later. See y'all much later. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'm gonna go kick back, continue to play my classic games. Probably play some wrestling games too till 2K22 because I'm waiting to 2K2022. That's why I haven't really touched anything or bought anything else. Really dug deep into anything else because I'm waiting till 2K22 comes out. But yeah, stay blessed, y'all. See y'all later.